Canada's Wonderland is a good park, but it has some flaws. So today, I'm going to be fixing it. Hi, welcome back to the That Doozy channel. I'm Alex, and today I'll be going over what I would do to fix Canada's Wonderland. Before I get into this video, first I'd like to credit Airtime Luke, who made a similar video for Holiday World, except I've never been to Holiday World, so I'm just doing about my home park, and which is currently my favorite park. Like I said, it's flawed though. I don't think I really have anything else to say. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting at the area surrounding the mountain, this area includes Alpine Fury, Fly, Vortex, Thunder Run, Wonderland's Guardian, as well as a few surrounding flat rides. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Alpine Fury is flawless. It does not need any changes. If you have ridden it, you'll know it's amazing. Next roller coaster, Vortex. It's good, but I feel like it needs new track, probably by Premiere. It just doesn't run the greatest, honestly. Like, it's good, but it's rough. And I wouldn't say it takes away from the experience, but I wouldn't say it adds anything. Like, it takes away a bit, and I feel like if it were to run smoother, like get new track, it honestly would be so good. Yeah, I got 2 rides on it recently, and it wasn't the smoothest, but it worked. Yeah, and I feel like Premiere will work because like they've done refurbishments. They've done the refurbishment for Loch Ness Monster, so I feel like that could work. And yeah, that refurbishment on Loch Ness was really good, and I feel like Premiere would be doing it. Maybe even Vekoma, because their modern track is really similar to, I think it looks similar to the old Aero track for the suspended coaster, so who knows, maybe Vekoma could like refurbish it, but I don't know. Just refurbish Vortex, give a new track. Thunder Run is fine. I would just post the wait times on it. It doesn't post the other 2 coasters I mentioned so far, post the wait times on it, but this one needs it. So mainly, I just mainly have to say this because I have personal beef because I waited way too long for that ride when I went on my most recent visit. Mainly because there's like there's hidden queue, which comes out of nowhere. So post the wait times on it. Might be difficult because it does 2 laps, but it'll work. Wonderland's Guardian. Honestly, give it a refurb, not in the style of retrack, because it's smooth. Give it better screen quality, and if anything, I think it'll be sick if you take the photo outside, like maybe on the lift hill, so then like it's easier to tell, because at the end there's a photo showing up and it shows like whose score has this high score, but you can't really see who has this high score because it's dark in there, and I'm assuming the photo's taken during the drop track, because that makes sense. So I'd say you should take the photo not during the drop track, like outside, maybe the first drop. That'll be kind of nice. And yeah, give it better quality screens. Like, they don't suck, but they're not good. I feel like if you do that, then the ride will be so much better, and maybe actually worth waiting in line for. Because also post the wait times. They don't post it, I don't think, and normally it's a really long wait because horrible capacity. Next, get rid of the Fly completely. Get rid of it, and honestly replace it with a higher capacity coaster the same thrill level, because Fly, a wild mouse, 4 people per car. So I feel like it's not necessarily a bad ride, it's just not the greatest ride at this park. So if anything, relocate it probably to another smaller park. Like, I feel like if you're looking at maybe, no, never mind. Actually, I was trying to name one of the parks that needs one from the old 1669, the Enchanted Park chain, but though they all have wild mouses. Wild mice? Mouses? Wild mice, we'll stick with it. So we're not gonna go with any of those. But yeah, like some small European park or something like that needs a wild mouse, like they can relocate it, because it doesn't seem that bad in that bad of condition. So I think it would be nice to relocate it. Talking about potential replacements, I'm thinking a mock Youngstar coaster like Pegasus at Europa Park, a Gressler family coaster like Vier La France, I think that's what it's called, not German, Bayern Park, oh my god, Cornwall coaster, Hansa Park, and oh my god, I'm trying to remember the name. 100% Wolf. I think that's what it's called. The one at Popsland, Germany. I think that'll be nice. It's just yeah, cause like it's a family thrill coaster, and that's really what the Fly was. I think it'll be nice. Maybe you could have some Outer Banks, child's first Outer Bank. That'll be nice. And if you need space, you can get rid of Sorting Timbers. Don't ride it. Like you just can't fit. And the other flats in the area are good. Next we're moving on to Frontier Canada, which contains both major water rides in the park, Yukon Striker, Mighty Canadian Mindbuster, and flats. A lot of flats. Debatably the most flats in the most populated flat ride area in the whole park, but actually I think it is, not including both kids areas. First, one of the water rides needs to go, and the one that's going is Whitewater Canyon, which is the Rapids ride. I think it needs to go because like the Whitewater Canyon for me, it didn't get me wet, and Timber Falls gets you drenched. So you're either keeping one or the other. And I honestly think the Whitewater Rapids ride needs to go, and mainly because it has more space. So what would I replace it with? I think a Vekoma STC would fit amazingly in that area. This will make sense much later. If you're either rewatching it or you might be able to think of this one. I think you know what's gonna happen later. I'm not gonna spoil it for those who don't know or might not realize it. I think Whitewater Canyon needs to go mainly because like I know it's getting refurbishment, but it's not doing much. So yeah. As onto the SCC, I mean it's amazing. Like it's a nice fit. Specifically one that's more low to the ground, like not higher up elements, like maybe airtime hills, zero G roll, like relatively smaller, lower to the ground elements, like that. So it's not that visible. Like you'll see it from like Behemoth and Leviathan, but you won't see it that much from like maybe bordering areas. That would be honestly nice. I'd love it. It's just gonna be nice. Yeah, you can make it like literally like for the Thusies or something like that. And like yeah, you can make it like record breaking. You can make it like the lift hill tall, but like the rest is like low to the ground and it's like very intense. That would be sick. You might not have maybe not that intense because like a family ride they're replacing, but it's worth. Like just don't make it that intense. Maybe like not much inversions either. I think the other two STCs have had 3 inversions with Halsey-Berkoff and Fiona Forth, which they have 3. So I think that's a perfect amount, honestly, for this ride. Maybe like a 0G roll, an overbank, and like, I don't know, maybe a corkscrew, another 0G roll, something like that. Not much. The rest of the flat rides can stay. Shoot, one sec. Yukon Striker is good. I just don't like the vests, but that's not really a problem. Honestly, they weren't that bad when I most recently rode them, but they're not the most nice. Now, Mindbuster. It would be amazing if it was left as it is. I feel like if you rode it last year, you would know. It's still a good ride. And this year with the Helix, it's still amazing. I think you could retrack it the second half. Like it doesn't even bother me, but like you could maybe add some more airtime, like quick ejector hills, like an ejector death hill, like on Zip and Pippin. Like I said, it doesn't really matter, like if you have ejector hills or not. But it'll be so cool if like just like dead set like like an airtime focused ride. Might not work with a later ride that I might be adding, but you know, it'll be sick if you could just add that, like a airtime. It's already airtime focused, but like even more ejector airtime focused. Yeah, that's it for Frontier Canada. With Frontier Canada done, let's head into Action Zone, which includes Behemoth, Backlash Stunt Coaster, and most of the flat rides in the park. The flats in the area are all pretty good. Honestly, I don't have anything to say. Now, Backlash Stunt Coaster, I'm scrapping it, or maybe relocating it. I just don't like it. I mean, I might be in the minority saying like I don't like the ride, but to be fair, I've heard another small coaster YouTuber, Point Coasters, who got off the one at Kings Island saying something similar where like it's not the most enjoyable. So I think scrap it, and I'll replace it with an Intamin straddle coaster. It's a nice family launch coaster, and I think this would work, assuming that the Gross Harbor family coaster is a lift hill version, kind of like Yippee at Parque del Cafe. But this one, I think a launch version, maybe like Dark Coaster, shoot, Wave Breaker would work. Maybe Arctic Rescue, maybe something like Juvaland. I feel like maybe something more intense like Juvaland would work. Maybe to like honor the spirit of like the intense backlot helix, kind of like that. That'd be sick. Behemoth is an interesting case, honestly, which is obviously the ride's next. It's very interesting because this depending on how quickly the manufacturer does something, then there are different answers. Because yeah, the ride has a rattle. I think if B&M fixes their rattle issue, then retract the ride. Like I'm assuming, and by this I'm saying like say next year they fix the rattle issue, retract the ride, like basically like next year, like give it a Hulk or a Nemesis style refurb, like, you know, that'd be sick. And I mean, I think it would be better to just get it all done. To be fair, even if they just do the valleys, that would still be good. Like they could just do all the valleys in the off season. Boom, they just have like already so much better. They don't have to, like, honestly, recheck the whole ride and you already have, and you have like, and it's already back up to my top 5, because right now I think it's barely in my top 10. Like I said though, I have never ridden 30 coasters, so I can't really be talking. If they don't fix their rattle issue quickly, I genuinely do not know. You could probably like, I would like keep it running as it is until it gets like bad, and then like after that, I don't know if B&M fixes the rattle. If B&M fixes the rattle issue, I can't talk. Soon, like by that time, holy stutter. Yeah, if they finish if they fix their rattle issue at that point, then retrack it. If not, and it's just being unbearable, get another manufacturer to do it. I mean, a lot of work. Maybe like Vekoma or Premier could do something. Get someone to hopefully fix that ride, because that ride has so much potential, but it just runs rough. Moving on to the smallest area in the park, which is Grand World Expo. This area includes the anti-carousel, Swing of the Century, flight deck, and the area also had Time Warp before 2025. Both flat rides, they're fine, they'll work, especially what we're gonna do. And with flight deck, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Like, even though the new seats, these new restraints might help, I'm not that confident, especially with reviews of Professor Scream or Skywinder, where even with the new restraints, it still ran rough. And honestly, from what I've heard, flight deck was probably maybe rougher than Mind Eraser. So I'd say that it would be much better if like they get rid of flight deck completely. Like, hopefully Daredeviler actually like runs better, because last time I rode flight deck, it was one of the worst roller coasters I've ever ridden. So I just get rid of it. And I'd replace it with a modern Vekoma sit-down thrill coaster. Think like a Vekoma Renegade. That's probably not going to fit, but like in the style of that, where like it has a few inversions, but it's like focused on like slight pops of airtime. Maybe not be the worst, but maybe not be the greatest fit, but like something like that. And now the STC in Frontier Canada makes more sense. Yes, I know. Now I would get rid of the Kingswood Theater that's been sitting there. There's a theater. Get rid of it and use that plot of land and Time Warp land to build an RMC Hyper Hybrid. I mean, this has already been speculated, but it's just gonna be good. Now, like, you've already had. Also, with that, you'll have the greatest 1-2 punch, 1-2-3 punch with Alpine Fury. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, I can't even say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Best top 4 punch. Best top 4 coaster lineups. One of the best, probably the best in the world, with Alpine Fury, the RMC, another ride that I'm also gonna be adding later, and Leviathan. It's just like such a great lineup you have, and yeah, it's not gonna take that much. And yeah, it just fits in perfectly. Like, it's not gonna be that much inversions. It's gonna be like, yeah, you're not gonna have that much inversions. Well, not much compared to Alpine Fury. And it's gonna be like airtime focused, which, like, I mean, I know Mindbuster exists, but it just like it would be sick if they just like gave it so much airtime, but like a lot of airtime and different. And yeah, like this has already been on a survey, so this one's probably the most likely one out of all of these. The rest of these are very not likely. But you know, this is my personal opinion. So before we hit the best area in the park, let's take a pit stop in both kids areas, which will be classified as one. These include four coasters and a few flat rides. The flats are fine, keep them. Ghoster Coaster is good. Like, give it a refurbishment so more people can enjoy it. Maybe give it new trains. Like, I don't think Timberliners will be that bad on it. Like, yeah, new truck from Gravity Group and like Timberliners. This will be after Mindbuster is completely done. It would just be like amazing. And like, yeah, because Ghoster Coaster is already a good family coaster. I like it. There's others who don't, and I think it'll be sick if they just like, you know, make it better. Silver Streak would not be lasting. That ride is not fun at all. I know some of you have ridden Woodstock's Air Rail at Kings Island, and this is that. Also pretty bad. So just imagine that ride, but at Canada's Wonderland, my home park. I think I would just get rid of it, and I would replace it with a modern SFC. Like, I know it's basically the same, gonna be a similar ride, but I think an SFC would be much better because it's a more dynamic and enjoyable layout. Where this ride has not good pacing, maybe an SFC like, or a Cannon at Fair Simmerland, Dragonflyer at Dollywood, or Dragon at Energylandia would be sick. And it's like, yeah, it would have amazing pacing for a family coaster, and like it would just be good. Also, I'd love to add in a Zero Force, like the one added to SeaWorld San Antonio, I think. Beach Rescue Racer, correct me if I'm wrong, it was not at San Antonio, but it would be sick, honestly, to just like add one of those in the kids area. And it would just work, because it's like a modern, like, it's like still a family coaster, but it could be a stepping stone up into like the fly replacement, and it would be sick. Everything else in that area is fine. Now we're adding into the best area in the park, Medieval Fair. This area includes Leviathan, Dragonfire, Bat, Wild Beast, Drop Tower, and a couple other flats. Now, Leviathan, good. Keep it that way. And Dragonfire, even though it's already good in my opinion, not everyone likes it. I think that thing consistently, even on the most packed days, has like maybe a 10-minute wait. So, in my opinion, give it a Premier refurb. Sorry, a refurb by Premier. I mean, this ride is, I believe, the oldest looping coaster in Canada. I believe the first one, though, I don't think there's a date on when Super Menage opened at La Ronde. So maybe that one opened first, but we're starting with Dragonfire because that one has a date. I think we say if we preserve this piece of history. So I'd say like give it a refurbishment, and like who knows, maybe we could have like one train run forwards, one train run backwards, or something like that. Like, and like honestly, I appreciate it. This ride actually I appreciate for what it is. The first drop in the back row is amazing, and those two loops are honestly so good. Just saying, I grayed out on an Aero Looper, and actually that was the only ride I actually grayed out on. I didn't grade out on any other ride. So refurbish it, and it would jump up so many rankings. Next, Wild Beast. I've said this a few times. That ride deserves to burn. So, you know, and I think I saw a review from your coaster friend on Captain Coaster saying, to this ride, a few matches will do. So, yeah, burn this ride down. This ride sucks. It has forces, but it's so painful. It's not worth it. Honestly, even though I haven't ridden this ride in so long, I think Bat can also be removed. I rode Wild Beast a few weeks ago. I think Bat can also be removed. Mainly because I haven't heard much reviews about it. Much good reviews. Like, you know, my mom and brother, when they rode it in 2024, they said it was pretty enjoyable. But I think it wasn't as good when they rode it a few weeks ago, from what I heard. and every other review I've heard about the ride is that it's not good. So I scrapped that one, and you guys already know actually the replacement that I would really love for these two rides. Actually, it's my most successful video after the voice reveal. So yeah, it's I made two GCIs. I think the better one, the one that I didn't have the footage of building. Well, sorry. Let me rephrase that because none of them are in the video. The one that I built first. I think I shared that one. I think I shared which one I built first. I don't remember. I haven't seen that video in a long time. So a month or something like that. Whatever. There's a better one. And I'm pretty sure it's the one that has like an extremely tiny airtime hill under the first drop. And I believe it actually has a twisted first drop, I think. I do not remember which one if it does. But I feel like that would be amazing to replace this, because it would be better in every way. And no, it's not. And going back to the whole like 1, 2, 3 best 1, 2 park coaster lineup in the world, this is not one of the top 4. Going back, one more thing before we get into like probably the biggest upgrade in this area. Drop tower would be removed and replaced with a taller version of it. Maybe one like 300, 400, something like that. Because this park, compared to Kings Island's drop tower, it's nothing. So I think make it taller. Next, one last thing. The go-karts would be replaced with a mock extreme spinner, and if necessary, it would cut into the parking lot. I feel like it would round out the lineup, the coaster lineup at this park so well, getting a mock extreme spinner, because you have a multi-looper, it spins, probably multi-launch, honestly, and who knows, they could have it make it have a swing launch, which would be, never mind. I was gonna say the first swing launch on the launch spinning coaster, but Curse of the Werewolves exists. You know, they can market it. First extreme spinning coaster with a swing launch. That's marketing right there. You know, I got marketing for you, Canada's Wonderland. So if someone from the team is watching it, you know, this is a good idea. First swing launch coaster on an extreme spinner. So that'll be sick. And marketing. Gotta consider that marketing in. I think it would just be sick. Just a good layout, and like, yeah, if necessary, cut into the parking lot, because like those, and yeah, you could have even a whole separate cutaway between Leviathan and Drop Tower where you walk in, and then like, yeah, you have like the spinning coaster and like maybe a slight plaza like with the gift shop and the station. It's like you walk in, it's like a, not plaza, oh my god, there's a word for this in the coaster series. If you guys in the comments know, yeah, let me know. So yeah, that works. The other flats are fine. Now, before I finish the video, I want to go over the actual lineup, the updated coaster list at the park. So, for the existing coasters, you have Alpenfury, Behemoth, Dragonfire, Ghoster Coaster, Leviathan, Mindbuster, Snoopy's Racing Railway, Taxi Jam, Thunder Run, Vortex, Wonder Mouse Guardian, Yukon Striker. And for the new rides that I'm adding, a backlot replacement, which is a straddle coaster, a GCI wooden coaster, which is the replacement for Bat and Wild Beast, an unnamed Vekoma sit-down thrill coaster, which is the flight deck replacement, an unnamed fly replacement, which I still have not figured out which one it's going to be, an unnamed Vekoma SFC, which is the Silver Streak replacement, an unnamed RMC Hyper Hybrid, which is the Time Warp and Kingswood replacement, an unnamed Mock Extreme Spinner, which is the go-kart replacement, and an unnamed Zero Force, which is just going in the kids area. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, you know, how'd you like it? If this video reaches 5 likes, I'll be making some of these actual reality in Planet Coaster 2. And yeah, I mean, thank you for watching. I do have a few special announcements about milestones. At 750 subs, I will be not only forcing myself to ride Wild Beast multiple times in a row, I might regret saying that, but I'm also going to be getting, how do I say this? So I made a coaster, which is going to be my 100 subscriber special. You can see it in my most successful video, which I will be actually finishing, because it's not finished. I never finished it. I'll be finishing it and posting it. yeah, and at 1,000 subs, I'll be doing a Q&A, personal Q&A. So ask. So yeah, I'll be making that post once I hit 1,000 subs. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.